and the Matildas are running away with this one. It's there for Carr, and she's done it. The late show is from the Matildas. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Fabulous football.
Olympic qualifiers continue, and it's a must-win for tonight's second game at the Perth Stadium as Iran take on Chinese Taipei. Both teams defeated on match day one of this four-team group. And given that only one of the best second-place teams across three groups will advance to the Final Four, a draw will not cut it tonight based on other results that have come in so far. Perth looking an absolute treat. Safe to say the vast majority of fans who enjoyed the Matildas romp in the afternoon have made tracks, but there is more football on offer. And two teams that have an intriguing history of playing one another, almost always at neutral venues, will meet for the fifth time here. You see Iran there in the tunnel, led by Zara Ganbari. And there is Chinese Taipei. They've actually rung the changes for this one, 5 changes to their starting 11, and they're looking pretty motivated, given they did take the lead against the Philippines, only to be steamrolled 4-1 during the second half. I mentioned that these two teams haven't met too often at home. It's because they've played in places such as India at the 2022 Women's Asian Cup, Doha in 2020 Olympic qualifying in Qatar, and then the only time Iran got the win between these two teams was actually in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam at 2008 Women's Asian Cup qualifying. The gap has steadily got bigger between the two over the journey. Chinese Taipei have won the last 3 times they've met, and so Iran will be hoping to throw it back about 15 years to the one and only time they were victorious in this head-to-head matchup. We'll wait and see how these two teams respond to the cavernous Perth arena. It's certainly not going to be as daunting an atmosphere that certainly overwhelmed the Philippines earlier in the Perth afternoon. And both these sides will be well aware that if they can win, the Olympic dream of Paris will last for at least 90 minutes more on Wednesday. And so here they come out of the tunnel. For those of you that didn't catch match day one, it is Iran in the red and Chinese Taipei mixing it up. They were in the blue in game one. They'll be in the white today. And so prior to kickoff, we will hear the anthems for both teams. It'll be the Olympic Committee anthem for Chinese Taipei and the national anthem of Iran.
To be upstanding for the national anthem of the Islamic Republic of Iran. We now ask those who are able to remain standing for the anthem of Chinese Taipei Olympic Committee.
So with the anthems observed, it's handshakes pre-kickoff and a chance to look at how these two sides line up. Iran have made just the one change from the team defeated 2-0 by Australia. In comes number 16, Mona Hamoudi, and to the bench goes Fatima Adeli. No one is unavailable after that match day one, so a full bench to choose from. In stark contrast, Chinese Taipei have made 5 changes to the team. Perhaps the most notable is Zhou Liping moving to the bench after giving away the penalty that got Philippines back level 1-1 on the way to what was ultimately a 4-1 defeat. So Chinese Taipei rotating the team extensively ahead of this one. There's the Iran bench and support staff all getting ready for this one. The head coach is Mariam Azmun Xavier-Kivi. Today's officiating crew is mixed between Bhutan and Japan, but the chief whistleblower will be Choki Om from Bhutan, who amazingly are ranked 169th out of 186 in the FIFA Women's rankings. Fantastic to see outreach to a nation at that level in the rankings to referee at this sort of a tournament. As previously mentioned, there is the Iran manager. Will they be as defensive as they were against Australia? Will they be a bit more expansive? Only one change to the starting 11 suggests that it will have to be a change of mindset rather than a change of personnel that could bring it about. And there is the Chinese Taipei team coach, Hong Kong national, Cha Hu-ming. Was a very animated character against the Philippines. Will he be providing the same level of energy from the sidelines in this one? Like his team, he's gone for the change of kit. It was the red spray jacket the other night. Tonight he's similar colour scheme to his team. So after a very stagnant opening half against the Philippines, Chinese Taipei showed us what they could do in an attacking sense by scoring within 2 minutes of the start of the second half, and then weren't able to muster a great deal thereafter. Will they take on the game with a bit more attacking flair and dare? A reminder, a draw is no good for these two teams. One of them must win to keep any hope of the Paris 2024 games alive, even if it's only for another 90 minutes on Wednesday. That's the scene in Perth, spectacular at kickoff. The pitch in immaculate condition, and in the afterglow of a massive Matildas win, two of the other teams in the group get to do battle right here. Lee Su-chin actually hit the post in the game against the Philippines. Will she go one better today? Zara Kajabi waiting in goal, as it's Chinese Taipei attacking the left of your screens that kick us off here at the Perth Stadium. And who will show the initiative? Who will take the game on? There's almost always been goals whenever these two teams have met over the years. And just a reminder that it is Chinese Taipei with a 3-1 head-to-head record. They've never actually played in a draw. There's always been a winner. So much talk about the time wasting for Iran in game 1 against Australia. I was reliably informed that the ball was only in play for 53 out of the 90 minutes plus stoppage time. It is a reminder of why the AFC over the years has promoted campaigns such as trying to keep the ball in play for at least 60 minutes out of every game. Hopefully we see slightly more enlightened football in a more even matchup between the teams here. And an early free kick goes Iran's way, hard won by Zara Ganbari. Here's another look, the infringing player Li Yiwen, one of the 5 inclusions to the starters for this game. And attacking down the wing, comes unstuck there for Iran. Mona Hamoudi, the only inclusion to the starting 11 compared to the one against Australia. Not happy with how the ball was fed. Clearance from the centre of defence by Fatemeh Amineh. And now that Iran defence will be on alert. Chinese Taipei trying to attack. Amineh goes to ground. And the referee does not take an interest as Iran counter-attack regardless. And the ball out into space. And now the crowd rise as Iran go on the attack. Zandi into the middle. And it's comfortably cleared away by Chen Yinghui. Iran trying to form a midfield wall and block it inside the attacking half. Hamoudi not able to control initially, but now a midfield battle ensues. Sabali went to ground. And in comes Li Yiwen for Chinese Taipei, albeit briefly. Physical work by Chan Pi-han and gets blown up for the foul. Much protesting, maybe just a little word in the referee's ear there from Chan Pi-han. Long ball to the edge of the box. Here there is a pocket of fans making some noise and bringing some atmosphere to the stadium, which will be encouraging, particularly for Iran, but for both teams, I'm sure. Think back to the 2015 Men's Asian Cup and how brilliantly Team Melli was supported in that tournament around Australia. And has Turkani to take this throw in. Sabali not able to keep possession against Chan Pi-han. Ting Chia-ying. Now Li Yiwen comes unstuck for Chinese Taipei. And a long ball into space. Too much power on it. Not totally sure that Negin Zandi had timed the run to stay onside there, but it's a moot point. As goalkeeper Cheng Su-yu comes out to get a first touch of the game. Chinese Taipei cannot connect passes out there at the moment. The Iran midfield doing a great job, at least of stifling any attempts to progress the ball. Let's see if they have more joy switching flanks out to the right. Behesht unable to keep possession. No nonsense defending from Satshir, who almost got it to the halfway line. Attempted through ball, and now danger here for Iran. Great chance for Chinese Taipei, and just a scoop shot in the end from Li Xiu-chin. And we know that as a player, she is capable of far better. Saw her rattle the woodwork against the Philippines. That was with her right foot, though. This time, the technique not quite there on the left. And any dreams of the top left corner was scooped away well wide. Yeah, and that's the personal frustration of an open shooting chance gone begging. For those of you not quite up to speed with how qualifying works, it is 3 groups of 4 across the Asian continent. The 3 group winners go through to 2-legged playoffs, and then the best second-place team. And that is still the ambition that these two could harbour some remote hope of. Interesting earlier today, North Korea's return to international women's football continued with a scoreless draw against South Korea, which puts both of them in a position where if they were to win their final group games against Thailand and China respectively, that would just about secure them both passage. One as the group winner and one as the best second-place team. It's amazing to think that China might fall in the group stage, not even make it to the final 4, but that is the cutthroat nature of qualifying when only 2 get to go to the tournament proper. Chinese Taipei looking to build, starting to enjoy slightly more advanced field position, but again the stout Iranian midfield stands up. Ganbari, now they're on the move through the left. Chandranur wants to go backwards. This is Hamadi. Very careful team, Iran. Not big into one touch. Everyone wants control of the ball before they make a decision. It certainly does slow down the pace of play. That's where I can tell you that Vietnam have taken a 1-0 lead against India in their group. Vietnam coming off a shock loss to Uzbekistan in their opening game. So that group remains wide open. Japan will finish top. It's just a question of if second place can pick up 6 points, maybe 7. Here go Iran through the left. Attempted long ball by Chandranur is blocked away. Ying. Back to Lin Chung-ying. See the possession 70-30 Chinese Taipei's way. Iran, I think, very happy to play on the counter at the moment. They seem to have shown their hand on long balls to the flanks, and at the moment Chinese Taipei are doing their best to defend against it. Here's a look at the setting sun in Perth. A magnificent sight. A city and a stadium that really has put its best foot forward to host the Matildas again in the future. They're going to be a hot ticket. I imagine that all the state governments around Australia will be putting their hand up for home friendlies, competitive games when they arise. Of course, it's worth mentioning that Perth Glory are 2 wins from 2 and top of the A-League Women's at the moment as well. So hopefully there's plenty of flow and effect to the purple team. That green and gold halo currently around the game at the moment. Lin Chung Ying down the left flank. Ting Chia Ying going off and chasing and not able to run the ball down. So 11 minutes so far negated by Iran. We have a contest, safe to say, to this point of the game. Neither team can decisively claim to be on top, even if the possession count is significantly Chinese Taipei's way. Bit of confusion at the centre of the Iran defence, but eventually it's hooked away by Armane. Volleyed on. Iran trying to build. It's an enthusiastic slide challenge defending from the front by Afsane Chaturnoor. Real pile-up of bodies, and ultimately the throw-in goes Chinese Taipei's way. There's an enthusiasm and a desperation in the way this Iran team are playing at the moment, though. The referee's seen a foul throw and blown up Chinese Taipei for it. That is Choki Om, Bhutan. That one won't be in any coaching manuals. Chinese Taipei were agonisingly close to qualifying for the Women's World Cup in Australia, but blew a 2-0 lead against Paraguay in New Zealand in the qualifying game. Paraguay went on to win on penalties and then themselves got rolled by Panama. So Chinese Taipei left to lament what could have been. They were 2-0 up at the 80-minute mark, only for Paraguay to score twice in a minute. And then no more goals in extra time. But we know they can score, Chinese Taipei. That's what they'll be looking to do right here. Lee Suden-Chin got the better of one defender, but not two. And again, the Iranian defence, at the moment, looking very disciplined as Malika Mohammadi sees it behind for a goal kick. They played at the 2022 Women's Asian Cup. It was 5-0 to Chinese Taipei. So Iran at the moment showing how much progress you can make in a year and 10 months, at least through 15 minutes. Again, the Iran midfield press is working very effectively. They've spilled possession. Ganbari decided to shoot on sight. They'll get a second chance here, though, Iran. Hamoudi, 1-on-3 inside the penalty area. Very difficult to win the ball. The Chinese Taipei defence on notice. Can they cut through on the counter-attack? Lee Suden-Chin. Good control here, the crowd rise, chance for Chinese Taipei, blocked away. Good save by Kajabi. Su Swan can't believe it. That was really good goalkeeping at the end of a slick counter-attack. Great first touch there. And then the shot maybe just ran it a bit too close to the keeper. Defender Hadis Bashachir was coming in to make it a pretty tight squeeze, and the ball did not make it through. And Su Swan knows that was a good chance to break the deadlock. Well, the goalkeeper's down. Zara Kajabi, having just made an excellent save, is now being assessed by the physio. Almost 16 minutes in. Gives me the chance to tell you that Vietnam have taken a 2-0 lead against India in their game. Coming up later tonight, China playing Thailand, Uzbekistan playing Japan. So clear favourite, clear underdog in those two games. So the goalkeeper is all right to continue. And we have the first corner of the game for either team. Can Chinese Taipei capitalise here? Good aerial defending from Iran, headed away by Behesht. Ball over the top from Wu Kai Ching. Zara Savali having to concede some ground. Iran trying to escape through the right side of the pitch, but only succeed in yielding possession back to Lin Chung-yin. Around the crowd, Li Yi-wen, undaunted. And as Teokani also all right. Scoop pass, improvised attempt to advance the ball up the pitch, but Chinese Taipei win it straight back. Chan Pi-han trying to make space over on the right now. Away goes Lee Siu-chin, first to the ball. Nice little double back there, the cutback's on! But the finish is not there again for Su Swan. She'll feel as though the ball's following her now. Chinese Taipei's two best chances of the game, falling to the number 13. That was good work by Lee Siu-chin to lose the defence. I'm sure Su Swan would have been expecting a better finish. Big swing, no ding there as they tried to get out of defence there, Iran, and that might open the door for Chinese Taipei. Good 50-50 challenge comes in. And they're hunting the ball very effectively now, Iran. Hamoudi back into the traffic of the midfield. This time it's Chinese Taipei's turn to prevail and repel. Good control of the ball. Lee Siu-chin hits the woodwork. Well, it just won't go in for Chinese Taipei at the moment. After all the hard work, the finishing touch was the width of the post away. And it's a familiar feeling for Lee Siu-chin. Fashioned the shot, got the better of the goalkeeper, and planted it against the base of the post. And that's how it felt on the sidelines for Cha Hu-ming. Hit the right-hand post against the Philippines, hits the left-hand post against Iran. Luckless so far this week. It's Lee Siu-chin. Wu Kai-ching. 20 minutes gone. Chinese Taipei now firmly on top. Su Yushuan. Big block tackle. Shabnam Behesht down and hurt. Iran happy to play. Behesht still down at the top of your screens. He's playing a number of players on side, and now we will wait for the trainer to go out. It was a pretty heavy shin-on-shin collision. Teammates are attending to Shabnam Behesht here. Oh, yeah. Pretty physical both ways. I mean, Behesht has come over the ball and then has got the opponent's boot right into her shin too. Wu Kai-ching. Yeah, pretty uncompromising stuff, and that's why you wear shin guards, kids. So now treatment will continue out here. The magic spray perhaps getting a workout. You see the shot count there. Chinese Taipei have taken over general play almost a quarter of the way through this match. But it is just the one shot on target so far. Sam's warming up on the bench. Khosravi was the player on the left there, seemingly more energetic of the two, just in case they do need to make a change here. Looks as though the running repairs have done the job. Shabnam Behesht. Proppy, but all right to continue, you would think. This little delay might be the break in momentum that Iran need just to stop it becoming a little overwhelming as Chinese Taipei continue to work through the gears. Li Yiwen brings things back under control for Chinese Taipei. Chen Yinghui. Down the right they venture. Wu Kai-ching. Touch in the centre of midfield there by Wong Xionghui. Taking it away from Iran's ability to close ranks around the ball. Chinese Taipei wanted out in open space, you suspect. Whenever it's been congested in midfield, that's when they've generally come off second best. Case in point, as soon as the space closes up, it gets a little bit more difficult. On this occasion, they go backwards to go forwards. A swivel there for the defender, Tseokani. Has to deal with Tim Chia-Ying. Good stooping header out of the penalty area, though. Booted away once again. Hadis Basakshir getting it away. Pass count tilting steadily in Chinese Taipei's favour. This is where they want to start completing them, though, down in the attacking third, and they will get invited on here with the opportunity to do so. Lee Siu Chin dispossessed, well tackled by Behesht, who's shaken off that clash of shins. Back up and running. No-nonsense clearance now for Iran, but the runners are going to have to wait for an error from Chinese Taipei to open the door. Attacking like that, and there's none forthcoming. Through the right. And again, good positioning from Behesht, sees it out for a goal kick. So that little break for the treatment for Behesht has proven the tonic that Iran needed to break up the momentum for Chinese Taipei. The World Cup going up to 32 teams did open the door for a new face like the Philippines, and Chinese Taipei will probably feel as though they should have qualified as well, but a team from the Middle East getting to a Women's World Cup still feels like a bit of a leap away. Certainly remember when Jordan hosted the 2018 Asian Cup, they felt it was a fantastic chance to get through to the Final Four on that occasion, but ultimately were beaten by the Philippines, the pre-Stadge Philippines. But they themselves were knocked out by South Korea, who took the last qualifying spot for the tournament in 2019 in France. Think that even though they are currently quite lowly ranked on the FIFA rankings, Saudi Arabia will be making their move in women's football at some point. Stay with this attack for now as Chinese Taipei trying to turn and venture forward, but it's repelled effectively here. Attempt to go through the right side, intercepted. Lin Chun-ying, and gives the ball straight back. There's no one moving for Iran though. All pretty stationary, and so the pass was a speculative one. Immediately turned over. Chan Pi-han. Little slice ball out to the right, may yet prove effective. Su Yu-swan has had chances already, won't be able to fashion another one here. And Zara Kojabi dives onto the ball. Su Yu-swan, still only 22 years of age, plays for Taichung Blue Whale in the domestic league, the Taiwan Mulan Football League as it's known. Yes, back to Middle Eastern teams trying to qualify for a Women's World Cup. The Saudi League recently, Al Ittihad, same club of course as Karim Benzema, signed Ashley Plumtree, the English-raised Nigerian international who we saw at the World Cup. Perhaps suggesting that a revolution in men's football, signing the likes of Benzema, Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo, may yet start to extend to women's football, coming from a long, long way back. In a bit of a holding pattern at the 30-minute mark now. Iran will be happy enough that they're breaking even in this game, and The waves of Chinese Taipei momentum are starting to feel like a bit of a distant memory. Down the right the ball goes. Li Xiu Chin still looms large as the main attacking outlet for Chinese Taipei. Not able to get the better of Behesht though, who went in with a well-timed challenge, albeit at the expense of a corner kick. Here's another look. We saw this move pulled off very nicely only about 5 minutes ago. This time Behesht knew exactly what was coming. So a corner to deal with. We've seen one come in from the left, now one from the right. Li Chin on corner taking duty. Will go short. Li Yiwen. And it slides off heads. I think the last touch was off a Chinese Taipei player though. Lin Chungying, the last one to get a glancing blow on it before it went out for a goal kick. See there, Behesht maybe just put number 4 off with a little touch of her own, and then Lin Chungying not able to really make any great purchase on the ball. Well, we've got a player down for Iran here, unbeknownst to a couple of the teammates, and the referee's going to whistle play dead, and it's not looking fantastic here for Hadis Basachir. And the trainer, the stretcher's been called in fact, so hopefully this is not something like dehydration or maybe something more serious. Tell you that it's a fairly mild 18 degrees in Perth at the moment, so hopefully the heat is not an issue. Players still taking the opportunity to put in the fluids though. All right, here's another look at the ailment here for Hadis Basachir. You look at the number 3 at the edge of the penalty area, and yep, just straight down and not in a great state. And the stretcher has been needed, so stretcher bearers doing their work, the Iran team medical staff in tow. You wonder, is that going to prompt a substitution? For now, it appears as though Iran are continuing with 10, but we did see Golnush Khosravi warming up earlier in the half, and she now stands next to the 4th official at the halfway line, ready to come on. So we are going to have a change forced early here. Hopefully, Hadis Basachir is actually okay. Another delay to break the momentum. Chinese Taipei will look at the clock and see just over 10 minutes of regulation until half-time, and a chance to lift the tempo and try to force the issue once again. Of course, they have to play Australia in their final group game, so a tall order if they do want to get to 6 points and potentially be the best second-place team. Here by Armane. It's going to be called upon again here. Can't find a teammate with the pass. Xiong Hui sends it out to the right. And then a clever little clearance coming. And that will prompt the substitution. So the number 3, Hadis Basachir, is off. And the number 21, Golnush Khosravi, comes on. Khosravi, 22 years old, from the Vashan Kurdistan club. And with the full complement of 11 restored, maybe Iran will be a little bit more adventurous in their own attempts to find a goal and break the deadlock in this game. See the Iran coach there, Mariam Zmounza Biakivi, following every kick of the ball. Li Yiwen was in behind and did so by straying offside. Assistant referee Chodin Shering, also from Bhutan. And a very good decision as well. Clear offside. Ran into a little bit of trouble, but able to work it out. Khosravi keeps it moving. And the question now is who's making space in that midfield for Chinese Taipei? It's one thing to circulate the ball around their back line and probe the flanks, but they're not getting a great deal of drive through the centre of the park at the moment. This is slightly more promising, but good defending at the centre of defence from Behesht. The short circuit it once more. Khosravi went for distance, intercepted. And coming back with interest thanks to Wang Xionghui. Su Yushuan to Ting Chia Ying. Get a bit of a rhythm going with their passing here, Chinese Taipei. Chance for handball, referee obliges. Chan Pi-han infringing on that occasion. Years old, Chan Pi-han. See the shouting and level of instruction going on in that Chinese Taipei midfield, but they still can't find gaps. A slice of luck here, and it's not setting them away. Ching Yinghui. Ting Chia Ying, got a player down here for Iran, but Chinese Taipei not going to stop. So Shabnam Behesht would be best to get up and rejoin the defensive effort here, because Chinese Taipei are creating an overload through the left. Can they make the most of it? They can't. Good one-on-one defending. Saneet Chatranur won the ball and won the situation for Iran. And now they've just got to be careful going back here, because the press is on. And it was calm from Cheng Su-yu not to be intimidated by the on-rushing attacker. what's going on here. Is Behesht down? Is Behesht up? Chinese Taipei going to keep playing? It looks as though they are. Behesht remains down here, seemingly adamant, but teammates haven't won the ball back to put it out for her just yet. And now, oh, she's going to get a touch, is she? Yeah, there you go. Stevie J style, while prone on the ground, swinging it away. And now, treatment can take place. Oh, that's a bit of an absurd phase of play there, because Behesht was down for a good 2 minutes or so. And eventually, she was the player that ultimately put it out so that treatment can be administered. You'd have to say good reffing, though, from the referee not to be sucked in. So Behesht, shin guard out, is limping over towards the bench. I wonder if it's going to be a second forced change for Iran here. In the meantime, it's 11 versus 10, and a chance for Chinese Taipei to capitalise. Good goalkeeping, confident keeping from Kajabi to come out and play. And the cross from Ting Cha-Ying didn't have quite enough on it to really trouble the Iran defence. It is going to be a second forced change, and we're going to see Zainab Avazpour subbed on here. So that's the end of the game for Shabnam Behesht. Zainab Avazpour comes on, and it's worth noting now that Iran have used 2 of their substitution windows, so they can make changes at half-time, as many as they want, but they'll only have 1 more chance to make substitutions in the second half. So 2 forced changes, far from ideal. Get quite close to halftime too. The bottom line is the score is 0-0. These sacrifices that these Iranian players have made will all be worth it if they can find a way to go on and win. And now the break is on. Through the left side, great chance, oh, hesitance. What an opportunity there for Negin Zandi, but did not get the step right to take a shot, and desperate defending from Ting Cha-Ying. It was a throw-in, it was a defensive header that slid on a little errantly, and right there was the chance to try and get the shot away on a tight angle, not to be. It's all smiles for Iran, though. They know they're in this. Absolutely know they're in this, and Negin Zandi will be replaying that moment over and over again. The coach, not so impressed. First corner of the game for Iran. Let's see what they've got in a set-piece situation. It's going to be a short corner. Zandi had the chance a moment ago. He's forced away from the penalty area. Now the ball back in, and you could raffle who was offside there. About 3 or 4 of them trapped by the Chinese Taipei defence. But it's probably the most exciting minute of the game. Probably 3, if not 4 players offside. But the most exciting minute, you'd have to say, of the game so far is Iran show us what they're capable of in an attacking sense. Do not be mistaken. We have a contest here in Perth. It will be interesting to see exactly how precise the 4th official's watch has been in this first half. We're about to have an outrageous number raised once we tick over to 45 minutes, or will there be some discretion shown that perhaps neither team is attempting to play this game at breakneck speed? Tick up to the end of regulation in the first half. Just the 3 minutes of additional time. Factoring we've had 3 breaks for injuries, 2 substitutions. But ultimately, Asako Koizumi says 3 more minutes for one of these two teams to find a goal before half-time. You can just sense the restlessness in the crowd as well. They want a goal. They want something to cheer. They had 8 during the Matildas game. And those who've stuck around or come along specifically for this contest want to see the deadlock broken. And coming back from an offside position is Su Yu Swan. Half of stoppage time has expired. Again, Iran crowding midfield very effectively, winning the ball back. Now to try and venture forward. Little step over from Ganbari, ultimately dispossessed. Chung Ying. How eager are Chinese Taipei to make the most of one more minute at the end of the first half. Good forward run here from Ting Cha Ying, but not the touch to match. Shallow clearance, but Chinese Taipei can't capitalize. Mohammadi. The most recent sub, Abaspor. Given away in a dangerous position by Sabali. Only seconds to work with here for Chinese Taipei, but seconds might be enough. And that is determined backtracking there from Teakani in order to stop it getting any more serious. Stoppage time is up. How generous is the referee feeling at the end of the first half? The cross here, oh, a swing at the ball, but no connection. And then it's lashed out for a goal kick. And perhaps that sums up the first half for Chinese Taipei. Lai Li Chin got nothing but air trying to volley in that cross. And it ends a half where Chinese Taipei hit the woodwork, but Iran showed real grit and competitiveness. And they are not out of this by a long shot. Only a win will do to keep the Olympic dream alive for these two sides. And it means that someone is going to have to score a goal. For now, though, in Perth, it remains deadlocked. At half-time, it's Iran 0, Chinese Taipei 0. As the sun sets in Perth, let's take a look at some of the best of the action from the first half. A lot of it ultimately was down to Chinese Taipei's Li Xiu Chin here, who you saw had the chance, and Su Yu Swan, who had this chance here. They were the two most lively attackers in the game. This was a good save by Zara Kajabi, the Iranian goalkeeper, though. Courageous diving in at the feet and ultimately batting it away. And then this was a brilliant little manoeuvre, ultimately not met with the finish that perhaps it deserved to really test the keeper. But again, it was Li Xiu Chin and Su Yu Swan linking up. And then this chance here, Li Xiu Chin would have been forgiven for thinking that was 1-0. Instead, caught the post flush after getting the better of both the defence and keeper. And at that stage, it looked like a Chinese Taipei goal was inevitable, but a few breaks in play and delays for injuries and substitutions meant that things just petered out as the half went on for Chinese Taipei. And then this was the best chance for Iran. Negin Zandi Right there was where a shot was needed instead, a bit of apprehension, and ultimately it was swept behind for a corner. But you can see the smile on the face because Iran are enjoying themselves in this Olympic qualifying tournament. And perhaps they know that they are a real live chance of winning here tonight. So here's what the numbers say in the first half. Chinese Taipei dominating possession, of course, hitting the woodwork as well. Pretty clean game. I mean, Iran didn't commit a foul the entire first half. And ultimately, the defensive work of Iran has been pragmatic and effective in that sense. Welcome back to live pictures from Perth Stadium, where Iran are first back out onto the arena at half-time of this AFC Women's Olympic qualifying match. And there's their opponents, Chinese Taipei, scoreless at half-time in a game where both teams know that only a win will do to keep any hope of being the best second-place team alive. Neither team's goalie beaten in that first half. Cheng Su-yu had certainly less to do of the two keepers. Iran are making the most of a chance to make a substitution here at half-time. Mona Hamoudi is off, and Samane Chakandi comes on. So that's 3 changes already for Iran. They had 2 forced substitutions in the first half, as Hadis Basachir and also Shabnam Behesht had to leave the game. So they only have 1 substitution window left now. Chinese Taipei, by contrast, have not turned to their bench. No one got a yellow card in that first half. So the remaining fans at this cavernous arena will be hoping that they do get rewarded with a goal as this second half kicks off. And it is scoreless between Iran and Chinese Taipei. If you missed the results earlier today, or if you were planning on watching the Matildas match back, this is a spoiler alert of sorts. Australia defeating the Philippines 8-0. Sam Kerr and Caitlin Ford scored hat-tricks. Mary Fowler and a first-ever international goal for Claire Wheeler, contributing to that avalanche of scoring. It's a little bit of a scuffle here as the ball went out for a throw. Chatranua went in a little bit physically on Wu Kai Ching, but there's no afters, at least as far as the referee is concerned. You see lots of grabbing and grappling going on, and then just a little arm across the face there, perhaps uncalled for, but play resumes with a minimum of fuss. There's confirmation of that substitution at half-time as well, with Chakandi coming on for Hamoudi. Will there be an early goal at the start of the second half for Chinese Taipei? Ting Chia-Ying counts it back here. Li Yi-wen with it all to do, and ultimately dispossessed. Iran would have been well aware that it was in the first 2 minutes of the second half that Chinese Taipei struck against the Philippines. With the body language here, where are my runners? Where's the support options? Oh, it's a ropeable Megan Zandi there, but the attack's not done with just yet. Zara Ganbari pressing all the way up, but you can just tell that Zandi was so frustrated at not having anyone to come with her there on that forward foray. Continue with what's going on in the other groups. Earlier today, North Korea and South Korea drew 0-0, a result that leaves both in a position where they could potentially still win their group, or potentially be the best second place finisher. 7 points would just about do it, you'd think. And in the other game currently live, Vietnam holds a 2-0 lead against India, which means that they would move up to 3 points from 2 games played in their group. Japan versus Uzbekistan later on tonight, where Japan will be seeking to move to 6 points and punch their ticket into the Final Four, where, who knows, the Matildas may yet be waiting. Iran win a throw here. There's their support amongst a couple of pockets around Perth. All over the top, and a chance again for Li Siu Chin to go and chase. Does well to hold off one defender. Can't get the better of a second though. Su Yuswan. Blocked in her tracks by Zainab Abbaspour, one of the subs that came on in the first half for Iran. Coach of Chinese Taipei, Cha Hu-ming, maybe starting to think about the first time his team will turn to the bench. Ball over the top. Has the offside trap been sprung? It has! Oh, and one touch too many. Great last-ditch defending from Iran. And Su Yuswan, it's not been her night. And she must be wondering what it's going to take to score a goal here. Benaz Terkani, Iran's hero at this point. You'd think it's a lay-down misère, but no. Terkani came in and stopped it from transpiring. And the hesitance of Su Yuswan, that is the lament of a striker that did not shoot in time. There's still a corner to deal with, 5 minutes into the second half. And well defended at the near post, headed away by Ganbari. Second time ball results in a header on target from Wang Xianghui, but it's held onto by Kajabi, ultimately straight at the goalkeeper. Just a teasing ball back in, and plenty of power, but not the placement that Wang Xianghui was hoping for. And in the first half, whenever Chinese Taipei was starting to build momentum like this, Iran found a way to slow things down and maybe get a delay, get the trainer called, have something just to break the pace of the game. Are they going to have to find such a tactic again here, or can Chinese Taipei capitalize and score? Xianghui, who had that chance just a moment ago. Ultimately, that pass is too forceful. Wu Kai-ching left frustrated. Great aerial shot as the little dots try to advance the even littler dot towards the net. Chinese Taipei take over. Clever from Wu Kai-ching, able to open up the midfield. Snapping at the heels, but not able to take the ball off Chan Pi-han. Wu Kai-ching, another chance. On the underlap, Su Yuswan, maybe turning provider will be the trick. Well, they do have a bad habit, Chinese Taipei, of slowing down and becoming indecisive whenever they reach the attacking third. It's afflicting them once again here. As though there's an absence of instinctiveness and confidence in teammates just to play the pass, hoping that the run will meet it. And now possession is coughed up. The early ball. Ganbari has opened the pitch up here for Iran and will now get the return ball. Ganbari, the cross. Was it a handball? Big shout. Assistant referee on the outer side doesn't take an interest. And now that pass is ballooned away and the chance goes begging for Iran. But, gee, that looked like a decent shout. Oh, very decent shout. Probably more midriff than arm. Let's have another look here. Yeah, it's probably not a handball, but when you're grasping at straws like a runner, you've got to ask the question. And our Bhutanese refereeing team, central and assistant referee, ultimately did not flag it as an issue. Certainly hasn't dampened the spirits of the Iranian fans. They're loving life. Ching. And this time, a pass out into space will be to the advantage of Li Siu Chin. Doubling back onto the left, it needed a diving header. And that's great defending coming in. Saving the day from Khosravi to put it behind for a corner. Just got the position spot on and ultimately denied Lai Li Chin any chance at the ball. It is another corner, though. 10 minutes of the second half ticked by. Lots of jostling and contesting, and the corner not dealt with immediately. There was no bend on the shot from Li Yiwen, though. And the reason for that is it caught a little deflection, so it's repeat corners here for Chinese Taipei. Let's have another close look here. Yep, off the back of the advancing defender, Fatime Amine. So they're not done defending yet, Iran. Min Chung Ying, the number 4. Arguably the tallest target to aim for. Let's see who Lai Li Chin has got in mind. In comes the corner. Goalkeeper Kajavi is up and cleared the penalty area, and now a slip allows Iran's defence to take some shape. The danger is not yet averted. And a bit of hesitancy. Well, no one could capitalise in the end as the ball looped out. Min Chung Ying looked like she might be able to catch the Iranian defence flat-footed, but ultimately a goal kick. So a bit helter-skelter, the defence, but ultimately effective. It was a good set of fist away to begin with, but this second-time ball ended up becoming a little bit hair-raising. Chinese Taipei with a real territorial dominance in this second half. Iran just needs someone to flip the field and try to get it back into a midfield battle or even spend some time down in attack. Mariam Hasmun Zabiakivi watching on from the sidelines. Ching is starting to be the trusted player on that right flank to swing the ball in on a regular basis now. Flipped over the top. Good initial defending away, but Chinese Taipei, well, they're going to let Iran off the hook and go backwards here. Interesting decision by Ting Cha Ying not to keep the pressure on. Slide challenge is going to result in a corner for the central referee. And the assistant referee agrees, even though Benez Teakani certainly didn't. You be the judge. The referees might have got that spot on. So they've already faced a few corners in this second half here. 5-1 for the entire game. Again, there's the bird's eye view of the set-piece defence. Short corner. Unmarked players, and they did not communicate. Lin Chung-ying getting in the way of Wong Xionghui, and ultimately they conspire to spoil each other. It was two unmarked players, and neither of them had a decent crack at it. And Iran survive and keep this 0-0 scoreline intact. Ting Chia-ying. Li Yiwen. So at the hour mark, our subs on the way for Chinese Taipei. We've seen 3 changes already for Iran. Here's the shot count. It continues to tick over in Chinese Taipei's favour. Ting Chia-ying cuts it back. Li Yiwen wants to free that left foot cleverly. Slay living through. Now the cross. And dealt with at the near post by Armane. In comes Ganbari. But gives up possession. And the flick header has no juice on it. Li Xiu-chin, we've seen her be so good with her feet, but that was a high degree of difficulty with the header. And the pained expression on the face of Zara Kajabi says, referee, I need the trainer for the second time in the game. And hopefully, she hasn't hurt her shoulder here with how she's gone to ground. Here's another look. It was a conventional catch to begin with, but right there, you just wonder if the impact of the elbow against the turf has caused a shoulder problem here. Bang, right there. I did mention that Iran have only got 1 substitution window left, so they will be taking every precaution possible here with Zara Kajabi. That's the shoulder that's getting the attention, so maybe just a landing issue. Zara Kajabi, 24 years of age, from Bam Katoon. Magic spray being administered liberally. I can tell you there's been a goal around the grounds. Vietnam have taken a 3-0 lead against India in their game. For Vietnam to end up the best second-place team, though, they will need to probably beat Japan, as unlikely as that may seem, having suffered a surprise loss to Uzbekistan in the opening game of Group C. Iran go forward, only briefly. And you heard the cry of anguish for the foul. Wong Xionghui gets up all right after being legged by Zara Sabali. Yeah, pretty blatant foul. And now we are going to see activity on the Chinese Taipei bench. It's going to be Su Yi-yun, the number 9, and Lin Xin-hui, the number 19, and Wong Xionghui comes off. So started the game with the captain's armband, but has to leave that out on the pitch. And Li Yiwen, who has been one of, I think, the brightest sparks down that left side for Chinese Taipei, interestingly, is the other player substituted out. There is Lin Swin Hui. And there's your new captain, Lai Li Chin, who takes over the armband. So just after the hour mark, Chinese Taipei have seen fit to bring on some fresh legs and maybe some fresh ideas to try and break the deadlock here. Promising build-up here for Chinese Taipei. Subs involved immediately, and Iran players queuing up to clear the ball. And there, a touch though from Mohammadi, means that it will be a Chinese Taipei ball. That's a little ambitious there from Wu Kai Ching. Stacked it, but now Iran can go on the counter. An enterprising run from Negin Zandi. We saw this in the first half. And now Iran are starting to get some numbers forward. Sabali couldn't get to the ball. Good defensive header by Lin Sin Hui. So that counter-attack is potentially going to be answered by one of Chinese Taipei's own. And I think there was a handball there. Yep. Despite the protests of Afsfaneh Chatranur, I think she's kicked that into her own hand. Yep. So no hiding that from the referee. It'll be a free kick for Chinese Taipei. That is very, very earnest screaming coming from the goalkeeper, Zara Kajabi there, trying to organise this defence. And it may have been very necessary because Chinese Taipei are probing down the right, and then it's a disappointing letdown from one of the more recent subs, Lin Sin Hui, unable to control the ball. Advantage given to Iran. I think they might have wanted play to stop instead because now they have a defender down. Chinese Taipei trying to capitalise. Good repelling header initially. The touch on. Su Swan ultimately pulls up and gives up on chasing it down. And now we see the captain, Zara Ganbari, down and perhaps needing the trainer. Here's another look at the collision. This was given as a free kick. Yeah, pretty solid contact. I think advantage is really what Iran wanted in that moment, though. Chinese Taipei, last one back in September, the Asian Games. They defeated Thailand 1-0 in that tournament. Pretty good result for them too. Also got the better of India in that competition as well before being eliminated by Uzbekistan in the quarterfinals. Iran, however, have been waiting quite a bit longer. Back in April, it's the last time they won a match in the qualifying group to get to this phase of the Olympic tournament. They defeated Myanmar. Before that, you've got to go back to June 2022. So they do come into this game on a 5-match winless streak. Long ball here. Oh, good interrupting defensive header. Well done by Fatime Amine to take the ball away from Lee Siu Chin, who might have been forgiven for thinking she'd sprung the defence there, but not to be. And at some point, Chinese Taipei are going to have to, I think, make a formation change here and just commit a few more numbers forward, because Iran have only shown feistiness on the counter-attack perhaps twice, maybe 3 times in almost 70 minutes now. How many risks are Chinese Taipei willing to take to get the necessary numbers forward to win this game? Need to build that play through midfield, but they're not going to be able to continue it into the attacking half here, Iran. Lin Xin Hui hasn't been the game changer that Chinese Taipei might have hoped for since she got subbed on. Now from the left, a low cross, shallow clearance. And more good goalkeeping, diving out at the feet. Zara Kajabi is able to deny Ting Chia-Ling. It was her turn to go, and she went with real conviction. As we see here, a kind series of ricochets, and the left midfielder did fire the shot in the end, but at close range, didn't get the elevation to beat the goalkeeper, and that's really well done by Zara Kajabi, coming out bravely. She's been as responsible for anyone for this game staying 0-0. For all the last-ditch defending, the goalkeeper has held up her end of the bargain. There's still a corner to deal with as we tick into the last 20 minutes. Good header away by Ganbari. And the referee's seen a foul to get Iran out of trouble. Just hooking the arm there with not much subtlety. Xu Yi-Yun. Change his shirt at halftime. Our man thinks he's Roger Federer on the sideline. Ball through the right. And again held on to neatly by the goalkeeper. Not the direction that Lin Xin Hui was hoping for. Still really just trying to find her feet in this game. No shortage of supply on that right wing, but ultimately not the execution or the delivery. And now Iran, a rare forward foray. Good control by Zandi. Can they keep it moving through the right channel? They can. And the ball in, it's up for grabs, and ultimately Cheng Su-Yu, who's barely had any work to do in this second half. Well, afters here. Afsane Chatranur confronted and felled. And how will the referee look at this? So there's, well, yeah, a little bit of skullduggery, but then the retaliation, and often it's the retaliator that gets in more trouble. I mean, that's unnecessary contact initially, to be fair, and well, so's that in reply. I think the referee's not been sucked in by any of the gamesmanship in this match, at least so far. You have to say that it's been an exceptional refereeing performance through about 3/4 of the match. And now Iran are onside, and the goalkeeper's out. Great chance still going, and desperate defending. Well done by Ting Chia-Ling to save the day. And now the counter-attack is on. And Fatime Amine is able to block it in its tracks at least once. Su Yuswan. They're still on here, Chinese Taipei. Lee Siu Chin into the goalkeeper's arms. Well, the game has sprung to life. And it's almost like every time Iran attack, it gives Chinese Taipei the space and time to counter-attack themselves, and well, the goalkeeper's out for so much time during that phase of play. Iran just couldn't fire the shot. And then, not for the first time, a bit of a misdirected cross is ultimately to the goalkeeper's advantage. And this time the flag's going to be up. So where a moment ago it had been a well-timed run from Negin Zandi, not able to repeat the magic on this occasion. She remains Iran's best outlet. And we're going to see a double substitution here, which will probably mark the last bench activity for Iran. Hafsaneh Chatranur, who we saw in that confrontation just a moment ago, is one of the players coming off, as is Zara Sabali. And on comes the number 14, Hasti Furazande, and also the number 17, Mohadase Zolfi. And a different pocket of the Iranian support. They have not stopped chanting. They have not stopped singing. Pinball at the edge of the box. Chinese Taipei trying to get some clean possession here. Eventually they take over the ball. Wu Kai-ching turned it straight back into a nest of Iranian players, and they can break out at speed. Negin Zandi. It's a solo show for Zandi. A little chop step back inside. Where's the support for it? There was none. Ultimately has to go backwards. And now, Ganbari, Zandi. Does she have the energy to go again? Ganbari as Zandi. No, she doesn't have the energy. She collapses and starfishes on the turf. But it was such a brave run down that left side. Can't help but feel that in a team where they enjoy more possession and she gets to spend more time in the attacking third, that Negin Zandi could be a very dangerous player. As it stands, she is limited to counter-attacks where you have to do a lot of work. See the completed pass tally. It's more than 200 now in Chinese Taipei's favour. Zandi, just 19 years of age, from the Bam Katoon club. And I know that NPL coaches around the various state leagues were looking quite earnestly at this Chinese Taipei national team coming into this tournament for players that might potentially stay and play in Australia. But you can't help but think that a player like Negin Zandi, maybe even A-League women's level interest, based on what we've seen from her so far. Crossfield ball, volleyed away. Chinese Taipei starting to commit a few more numbers forward. Only succeeded in crowding the centre of the pitch for Iran. And now feeding off this long ball. Can they turn and go? Zandi has to retreat. Teokani. Now Forazande, one of the more recent subs, misdirects that pass. Wu Kai-ching. Pass went straight back to Iran. Long outlet ball here. Zandi, right off her number. Has to double back and is clattered here by Lim Chung-ying. So a free kick in the attacking half. And maybe a chance for Iran to commit some numbers forward. Here's another look. Yep, just a little bit too clever with how she was able to keep the ball away. And we're going to see Chan Pi-han, who's been quiet in this second half, make way. And on comes Lan Yu-che. So, all fresh legs into the game as Chinese Taipei chase a winner. But for now, their attention turns to defence. A hopeful free kick. Certainly outnumbered at the fall of the ball. But Zandi goes to work and is able to win a free kick in an even more dangerous position now. And this becomes quite serious for Chinese Taipei because a good delivery here and anything's possible. And the trickery of Zandi, who just remains confident and energetic, luring in another defender. It's all about the delivery, though, from Zara Ganbari. Could this be Iran's moment? All about the delivery from Ganbari. Goes direct and does not trouble the keeper. And so the chance comes to an end. Long bouncing clearance from Cheng Su-yu, and it's going to run on here for Su-yu Swan. Early ball, and it goes wide at the near post for Lee Siu-chin. Well, they've been the best attacking combination for Chinese Taipei in this game, Su-yu Swan and Lee Siu-chin. On that occasion, they might have thought they got the angles right, but that tells you that it was maybe a bit further away than it looked from the other side of the ground. And the inquisition continues in the Iranian defence. By Mohammadi. Xu Yi-yun. Shin Ying-hui doesn't like the idea of a long ball. Leaves it with Lin Chung-ying instead. Kick ensuing here, but Iran now maybe can go forward with a bit more purpose. Zolfi. Oh, and not expecting that. Deflection was Ganbari. Trap that, and maybe Iran are away. Instead, it's a throw-in for Chinese Taipei. And a chance to drive through midfield. Directionless pass that's dealt with by the Iran defence. You can see they've got 5 lined up across the back at the moment. It's well played by Tea Khani to win the free kick. Just knew to put the body in the way as soon as it looked like it was difficult to clear it down the line. So the clock is steadily becoming the enemy of both teams here. Crossfield pass from Ganbari. Away goes Zolfi. First time ball from Zolfi, but can't find Zandi in the middle. Zolfi again, great touch. Doesn't quite have the pace to get around the defender though. Ting Chia-ying did well to guard the space. Sin Hui cuts it back inside. Chinese Taipei going route one up the middle. Armine. Jesus, this as it breaks out to the right. Just kicking for territory, aimless, and ultimately coming back with Chinese Taipei. Good block tackle, Wu Kai Ching. And then the one-on-one defending, really good recovery from Teakani in order to win possession back. Who can step up and win it in the final 5 minutes of regulation? Credit to both teams. There hasn't been too much time wasting in this second half. Any time a player has stayed down, it has looked like quite a genuine injury. See the foul here. One of the more recent subs, Chakandi, winning this free kick, and a chance for Iran to advance up the pitch. Ganbari has become more prominent as the game has gone on. Chakandi out into space for Zandi to go and chase. And this is a throw-in. And now Iran can maybe try to fashion something down in their attacking third. They've got to treat this like an attacking set piece. They concede a little bit of ground, and then a little bit more. Chakandi, now Ganbari. The referee has to take evasive action, and if anything, it's helped Chinese Taipei to cut through midfield here. Down the right side, Lim Sin Hui not able to get the better of Benaz Teakani. Lim Sin Hui. Now Su Yu Yin. Chance at the top of the box, and quickly knocked away from Lee Siu Chin. Now the long shot comes in, deflected dangerously. Goalkeeper's out. Oh, and then presented the chance by Su Yu Swan, who couldn't keep the ball under her control. I think the coach has seen enough. Time for more subs. But Zara Kajabi, lucks of fortune. Initially, the deflection took it into the path of Su Yu Swan, and then she left the ball behind, allowing Kajabi to dive on to the spin. Three minutes of regulation to go. Iran diving in, trying to stop everything, but the attacks keep coming. Ting Cha Ying, a little apprehensive playing the pass, and ultimately just volunteered it back up to the Iran defense. And now a little gap through the left channel, but it's hooked away. Well defended by Khosravi, but the defending is not done just yet. Khosravi back up and now launching it out for a corner. You see just a moment of contemplation for the Iranian defender. They are hard at work here. Let me give credit to Ting Cha Ying. She's kept attacking down that left flank all game. Another big defensive stand coming here for Iran, though. A goal now will surely win it. Lai Li Chin. Look at the pack of players. And the referee says, hold up. I'm going to need to just lay down the law here. Who's getting called out? It looks as though it's warnings here for Samane Chakandi and also Su Yi Yun. All right, so after much anticipation, here comes the corner kick. Goalkeeper up with a solid fist. And the chase is onto the loose ball. And ultimately looped back out by Lan Yuche. Good goalkeeping once again. Rising high with the fist and able to get the ball away. And then that's a shinned finish on the follow-up. So as we tick into the last minute, one more belated sub. Lai Li Chin comes off, and it's Ting Chi who comes on. Could that be the last minute change that wins this game for Chinese Taipei? What can Iran do? Zandi, the player to make it happen. The quick 1-2, too slick. Oh, and real frustration there from Zandi as Mahadase Zolfi missed her on the follow-up. Anguish on the face of the coach. Well, it was one of those situations where Zandi just had to go and keep going. I mean, that is a chaseable ball. Now, maybe it's frustration with herself rather than her teammate. So as we tick into stoppage time, Zolfi gets the better of one opponent. All about the cross. Zolfi tumbles it into the box. And it's dealt with by Lin Chung-Ying. 5 additional minutes to find a winner. A midfield scrap. Great pass. Su Yuswan's played it through the left. Desperate one-on-one defending. And then a shank shot that bends away off the outside of the boots. Well, could have been Ting Chi super sub after all. And now look at the energy from Ganbari, getting back and defending from the front. Oh, well done by the Iranian captain. No foul, play continues. Scooped forward effectively by Teokani. Oh, and now the flag is up for offside. No sense of theatre from the assistant referee. I mean, the correct call, but ultimately Negin Zandi is trapped. And a good decision, Negin Zandi straying offside. Crowd starting to find its voice for one last rally. If anything, Chinese Taipei, it feels like they're getting further away rather than closer to a goal here. Their night of impotence in front of the target really starting to take its toll. All it takes is one long ball, one fast break, one chase from Negin Zandi in Iran. They could yet harbour hopes of winning this match. That pass misdirected. A tight tussle at the edge of the box, and ultimately it's Iran who repel. And they've got space to work in now. Ganbari over the left flank. Zandi, timed the run this time. Zandi waiting on the flank. Cuts it back. Who's advancing forward? Ganbari. Can they get a shot away, Iran? Ganbari blocked. Vital from Chen Yinghui. Didn't have a huge amount of power behind it, but it was still a shot on target. And now in space, counter on counter. Oh, that was a great opportunity down the left, but Ting Chia-Ying just ran out of speed at the end. Ganbari trying to be the hero, but didn't quite catch it how she would have hoped. And if the block hadn't been there from Chen Yinghui, the goalkeeper had it covered. Three of 5 minutes have expired. Can a hero step up and win it for their nation? Forward goes Lee Sin-Hui, shooting from distance. And you've got to be better than that to beat Zara Kajabi. Now Iran break. Chinese Taipei a little thin at the back. Not sure what Zandi was doing. She'd run a mile offside. Now Chinese Taipei can respond. Lin Sin-Hui. Tackled from behind, got enough of the ball, but it spills kindly. Saved again. Kajabi denies Ting Chi. And the second time shot comes in. And a little nervously, Kajabi collapses onto the ball. And it was the last of the subs, Ting Chi, who had the chance. And Chinese Taipei, so close. She was onside, but ultimately, Kajabi has known when to get out of her line and has complete bravery diving in at the feet of an attacker. We're in the last minute then, and now the ball spills. Now the keeper's out, and it's cleared away. Ting Chia Ying is able to deny Chakandi a slow roller. We're getting so close to a goal. Don't blow full time just yet, referee. It's a handball here. Oh, let them play until there's a winner. The game has sprung to life here as the desperation of a ticking clock takes its toll. Just didn't have the power to get there before the defender. Last chance saloon then. Stoppage time is up. Referee looks at the watch. It's over. And the Olympic dream comes to an end for Iran and Chinese Taipei. Two utterly desperate teams who ran themselves into the ground. But when all was said and done, neither could hit the back of the net. Chinese Taipei had the majority of possession, the wealth of chances, and yet the hectic nature of the game meant Iran had plenty of looks on the counter-attack. And some of those fast breaks will no doubt be running through the heads of their players about what could have been. High fives at full time, but ultimately the hopes of Paris come to an end in Perth. Full time then, Iran 0, Chinese Taipei 0. So let's take a look at some of the highlights. And we go back to the first half here. And Chinese Taipei, you'd have to say that when Zara Kajabi went in on this save from Su Yuswan, how Chinese Taipei would have hoped that the Iranian goalkeeper might have left the game injured. She was treated after that collision and ultimately went on to have an absolute blinder of a game. This is the closest that Chinese Taipei came to scoring the width of the post, denying Li Xiu Chin on this occasion. Into the second half then, you can't help but think that the apprehension of Su Yuswan really let her down in this moment. A great chance to score, but didn't have the composure to pull the trigger at the right time, and desperate defending from Benaz Terkani got in to deny her. I tell you what, when Zara Kajabi tries to advance her career, the highlight reel from this game, you'd think it'd be pretty prominent because she was brilliant throughout this match, making a number of important saves. And then at the other end, well, there were some hair-raising moments. Negin Zandi, on this occasion, played it to Aksane Chatranor, but Chinese Taipei were able to scramble it away. And then on this occasion, they just didn't get the angles right. Li Xiu Chin sent it wide at the near post. The captain of Iran, Zara Ganbari, had this chance. It was ultimately blocked. And in the increasingly desperate final thrusts of the game, it was Ting Chi who had the chance to win it. But like most of the game, Kajabi was out of her line in quick time to deny it. And then right at the very end, this would have been quite the way to win it. Tightest of angles, and in the end, Ting Chia Ying was able to deny the Iranian substitute Samane Chakandi. So here's what the numbers say. Chinese Taipei had a lot of the ball, but weren't able to make it count. 6 shots on target, but the brilliant Zara Kajabi was the obstacle they couldn't clear. On behalf of everyone here at Paramount Plus, my name's Teo Pellizzeri. Thanks for your company. We're back Wednesday with the final round of qualifiers.
Claim it, and the Matildas are running away with this one. It's there for Carr, and she's done it. The late show is from the Matildas. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Fabulous football.